What's good to YouTube? This is GrandLamb, and this is the first round of the Rage of the Abyss Norfolk case tournament. This is the second case tournament we have for every new set. And it's taking place on a Saturday. The matchup is between Labrynth and Snake Eye Fiendsmith. It's actually me versus someone else from the local area. I opened double trap trick and I think welcome or something, so I just had 3 pass. My hand's not really the best. He activates Fuwaro, so I immediately have to welcome so he doesn't get any draws off that. I grab Ariana and use the effect. He lets it go, interestingly enough. I end up grabbing Lady here just to see if I can survive or anything. Since both cards are trap trick, I can't actually set up any trap cards with this. My hand is, I think, Lady plus Lovely, which is like just beyond terrible. He starts his turn with Tracked. Track crits Lurry affecting Graveyard. At this point, I just have to let all this go. I also believe I have an Impulse, I can't remember, but yeah. Requiem happens. Something, Lacrima dumps another Engraver, so he has like the full setup right now. I have to think here to see if I want to out anything currently. Or just wait for sequence. Yeah, the Fiendsmith cards force out so much from my deck because I just have to spin an interaction on it or else Desiree is just hard to deal with. At this point, he just uses Engraver to send the Ariana to graveyard. So at this point, I actually did not know what he was playing. I just knew he had Fiendsmith cards so far, so I didn't know if it was Yubel or Snake Eye. I summoned Lady here. And this is like a telltale sign that I have Impulse, because I want to get the extra traps in. Yep. And because I have a trapping guard, it just gets destroyed. Unfortunately, no floats happen because there's no furniture. This is what I found out. I was playing Snake Eye Fiendsmith. And he still has yet to use his normal summon, which is a really big thing. I'm thinking whether or not to grab Punishment to pop this into Deception, but the problem is that I used Impulse for my hand, which might have been a misplay, because I don't get to use Entis' effects as a light monster, so I can't clear both, which is a little small confliction, but I didn't want to risk setting it for my hand, having it play in anything else. So he flips Deception here. I can see they're running out to stop and I just let him do it. So he goes for the Azamina here. I flip Trap Trick. And I just put him on try to not have another Sinful Spoils card or any other starter. So I grab Big Welcome, use Big Welcome effects, and I think I summon this one from my hand. Yep, because I keep opening it. Yep. Lovely's effect triggers, and I pop the Deception. And then he hits me with the Bonfire, and I'm just stuck. At this point, it's honestly just game. I don't have anything else to stop any interactions. I use Trap Trick, so I can't use traps anymore, and Big Welcome's dead right now. Finally uses normal summon, Poplar gets OSS. How big is Divine Temple, sorry. Divine Temple grabs Snake Eye Bellstar. Ash and Snake Eye Bellstar and itself to summon Oak. Summon back the Ash, and do it again with Flame Burst this time. Oh, it's Link offered. So he didn't know what my other set card was apparently, and he decides to go for Nightmare Phoenix. And I mean, that's fair, he didn't know what it was, but it was just another trap trick, and it's completely dead, so I guess he's trying to play around that. He Azamina dumps it, pops that. Poplar placed the snake idea with our back, so he's placing Poplar back. It's just one trap further than the sum itself. And at this point, it's all she wrote, so Flame Verge. Flame Verge puts Lovely into the back row. Like this, 2 off to summon a princess. Flame Verge floats. Point, it's just game on board, so I skip it up. Alright, so moving on to game 2, I have to go first. My hand is a little interesting. I really was like Ariana Chandrigli or something like that. Or Arias Chandrigli, sorry. So I set Big Welcome just to play around him having any hand traps. I activate Big Welcome on the normals of my Ariana because I want to basically search something different if he interrupts my Big Welcome. But yep, this resolves, so I get everything. And with this, I believe I search another trap card to play around. Yeah, good Welcome. Lovely triggers to pop a card. I think I saw Ogre in his hand. I'm surprised he didn't use that, but Lovely resets this. Set 3 back. I think Ogre would have been strong here because then I can't activate the Big Welcome I set back. Oh, I guess I'll Arias, but it's a little awkward. He activates Engraver, which is going to force me something that... Well, I guess the Ogre would have forced me to get rid of the Lovely, and then I don't have the monster effect blanket protection. Here he activates Tract. His hand looks actually terrible, but he tries to Fuaros in response to it, but he can't because he controls Tract at the time, so he's going to activate Lurie. And now I activate Welcome in response to Lurie, because he just showed me Fuaros, so I don't want that to be live. I tell him he can't because Lovely's monster effect protection, so cool. I grab Ariana, Lurie comes back, Ariana triggers the search. I grab Lady. This just goes to Requiem, and I don't really have to do anything until sequence comes out, I believe. You can draw no cards, so I can't impulse that. I don't really care that much if the Lovely leaves the field, but I don't remember the exact order of events here, so yep, Black Card dumps an Engraver from deck. Oh, I guess he only plays 2, sorry. Okay, that makes more sense. Requiem. I think here for a second. Yep, I summon Lady, so I'm about to use a trap card. Not actually a Big Welcome. He lets it walk. I chain Lady. Set DDG. I summon from deck and bounce back as Coup Clock, so I have the full combo live right now. Lovely's triggering. Aria. Anna's triggering at this die. And I activate Coup Clock to set DDG. At this point, he doesn't really have much left. I still have one more live trap card. has Divine Temple, because OSS can't really send monsters right now. He activates Divine Temple. I let what? So it's Ash, sorry, you know, his hand is not really that good. These two get banished. Someone's IP. And tries to pass, I believe. I have a big welcome graveyard, so this entire setup loses to just that alone. So I just draw phase, actually big welcome on IP. Bounce it back, and then everything triggers. I blow up a card in his hand. If you're asking why I didn't pop the field spell, I have Impulse in my hand, so I'm just going to use it for that. I use Lovely to reset DDG, so he's back in again tier 2, and then it's just game. Finally in game 3, he gets to go first. I see a draw unlocker, which is not the best for Labrynth, but I guess he didn't have that many side slots for it. I see a lot of Cosmics though. So he opens with Engraver again for the 3rd game in a row. Activates track. Trick Flurry. I believe I had no hand traps for this, so he gets to just pop off. If I remember correctly, this game I made a huge misplay because I just autopiloted, but we'll see. Requiem effect. Summon Lacrima effect, dump another Engraver. Yeah, he's got Cosmic in his hand too. So he has basically just literally everything. DFL Star plus a Fiendsmith Engraver is everything you want. I think I just saw a Bonfire in his hand too. I'm asking to see hand just to see, or sorry, see graveyard. It's for sequence. Sequence triggers. Summon Desiree. He still has the Azamina card, so he can link away the sequence, so he doesn't have to waste the body. Yep. That's an amazing engraver. Turns onto, I believe, the Illusion Link 2 monster. Yep, Silhouette Rabbit. So I'm actually glad he made this, because I do side deck Super Poly. There is a Super Poly target in my extract. I'm even looking at it right now. It's one of the Azamina fusion monsters that you just fuse a Fiend and a Illusion monster together to summon it. It's a pop, which is kind of nice for the situation. So I was thankful that he ended on this, but yeah, he's resolving this. I was just checking to see what the type of for the trap card. So he grabs Hollowed Azamina, fuses the Deception away to summon, I believe, the Omni Negate? Or was it the OSS Searcher? Oh yeah, OSS Searcher. So the reason I'm not scooping right now is because I do play a lot of board breakers. In my hand currently I do have Ultimate Slayer, which is really good versus deck. It forces out a lot of interactions by itself and gets me a little bit ahead. I believe that was the only side card I drew, so it was a little awkward, but the rest of it was just engine, which is unfortunate because Labrynth engine playing on the boards is just not the best. So he's still going because he hasn't used any of the Snake Eye cards yet. And I'm wondering, where's he getting it from? And then he just activates Bonfire. And then I believe he hasn't even normal summoned yet, so he grabs Ash again, normals it, grabs Poplar, and I'm like, oh, do you have enough zones for this? Apparently all you need is just 3 monster zones for it anyways. So Poplar grabs this, Poplar effect, grab Divine Temple, and that's the thing we saw in game 2, or game 1, sorry. So this is the full nut board. I think you probably can't get better than this. Places Oak. Just do away. Someone's Flamebird from deck. Next to this two off to summon IP, I believe. Flamebridge float. Some back Oak effect. Add back Ash for follow up next turn. Yep. Link these two off for a princess. Princess summon back Flamebridge to place IP in the spell trap card zone. Used to turn the Nightmare Phoenix, or just any Link 4 fire so you can get rid of it. And this is it, it's full board. You got Desiree Omni, I don't even know the name of this fucking Azamina card, but that's an Omni. IP is 2 interruptions, and then Silhouette Rabbit is a pop. Plus the summon negate and then Flavor to go. So there's just so much I feel at the playverse. I'm thinking right now what to have because I just drew Dead again. I think I drew Clock or something. So I start off with Ultimate Slayer, and the whole time I've been thinking, when am I sitting with it? And I just thought if I go dump Entis, I could just pop Sequence, and that already forces out 2 cards by itself. But instead, I dump Garura on accident, and forced myself to draw another card. I just probably didn't want in the first place. At this point, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't really have a play past this Desiree. Because if it was just the Silhouette Rabbit plus Flameverge IP, I think maybe there's a world I could play through that. But it's still hard. But I'm thinking now, I'm like, oh, I kind of defaulted to this. So I still try it because this is the last game after all. I activate Clock to see if he'll do anything off this. This means I can just set a card, but the problem is that if I set one, Silhouette Rabbit can just activate the trap card and pop it. He doesn't do it though, so I set another card. Normal Ariana. He, I believe, lets it go, surprisingly. Or he triggers Divine Temple on IP. I let it go. So right now, I believe I have Daruma plus Dogmatic Punishment, so I have to find a way to somehow out all of this. But the problem is Desiree is forcing out 1, and then IP is also another issue. Yep, so I grab Arius. I use Arius' effect. He lets it go, and Arius represents 3 bodies here because Coup Collector is off it. He activates that, so he wants to get the pop out. Right now, my Arius can trigger in Graveyard because he is responding to Ku Klux effect. I think for a second here, because Daruma hurts me too, it's not one-sided. I don't have any like proactive plays with it if I have to deal with everything else. So I summon back Arius, he summons Ezreal. Clock, I consider when not to summon or add back. I'll leave that add back because I don't want to play through. Yep, so he does this, Silhouette Rabbit. He targets my set, which I believe was just a regular trap trigger. Which I guess was best case scenario. He triggers IP proactively now, which was the fuck up on his end because I get to activate punishment. And this is the one I set off Aria, so I can activate this trap card, and I can also activate the other trap card if I want to. So the issue is now punishment doesn't get to say anything. I've also locked out my extract. I can't out everything else that's currently on the field. So these all go to graveyard. And I just see the writing on the wall. My hand is just terrible from this point on. I just scoop. He even used the Cosmic Cyclone. That's brutal. Well, besides that, that is in fact game. Yeah, that's a wrap.